recently, but this one's right up there. So today was supposed to be me going live to to talk to you guys about the Jordan 1 Pollens that I've got, size 10 US, 9, is that a 9 or an 11 in the UK, and 28 centimeters, and also the Jordan 5 Oreos, same size, you know, heading out there for people to you know, anyone who wants to grab those, and I'll send them to you for retail. That was the deal, you know. And I got one person interested, so but I'd said in those videos, oh, I'll go live and we'll choose whoever it wants to be. So, you know, basically I promised to go live, so here I'm going live. It turns out it's an absolutely awful evening. Obviously you can see the umbrella, but I'm just taking a walk through the local park where I used to shoot the morning content about the coronavirus. I don't know if you guys remember me doing the live coronaviruses and stuff like that. You know, God, it was about 18 months ago when the coronavirus had first kicked off. In the mornings I was doing these live sort of, you know, this is what's going on in Tokyo kind of things. So so I thought, you know, it'd be good to take a walk up there and shoot the live sort of, you know, who's getting the shoes, who's getting Air Jordan 1 Pollens, who's getting Air Jordan 5 Oreos. These are massive shoes. Nobody, but I promised to go live, so here I'm going live in the rain, and it's just one of those things. So so I'm not expecting anyone to jump into the live feed or anything like that. I don't think we'll get that many people, and I'll only be on for like 10 minutes because it's already after 6 o'clock at night, and really I should be at home, you know, taking care of the evening stuff, taking care of the little one, getting dinner together, all that kind of stuff. But as promised, I promised I'd go live and you know, do something to reveal who's getting those Jordan 1 Pollens and the Jordan 5 Oreos. But like I said, not a soul interested in them except for friends and family, which kind of makes sense. You know, I can send them to friends and family, pass them on to people in the circle. But it just you know, it makes me wonder if this is a good idea. Should we keep going with this idea of me trying to get people shoes on the sneakers app or not? And the idea is that here in Tokyo, Japan, that maybe the drop dates are a little bit different, or maybe I can get stuff that you guys can't get. So that's the whole sort of idea of what we're doing with the channel right now, is me trying to get shoes to you people out there that want to get them either early because they're dropping fast here in Tokyo, Japan, or because you can't get a hold of them where you are. And then if I can get them on the sneakers app, then yay, you know, W for everybody, especially because I can't get them in my size. Basically, you know, there's almost no shoe that comes out here that's actually in my size, so I always have that struggle to try and get shoes in my size. So I figure, well, instead of me taking an L all the time, why don't I take an L, and in that case I'll try and get them for you in your size, and at least we'll turn an L into a W that way. So that's the whole plan, but it doesn't work if nobody out there wants the shoes. So we got to kind of try and work this out. Now before anything, I'll just do that turnaround. Let's see if I can get this in the shot behind me here. There, right beside this ear here, that's my left ear, but it might not look like the left ear to you, is Tokyo Skytree. Anyone who remembers me shooting live from the park, you know, at the start of the coronavirus, that was what we put behind me, was the Tokyo Skytree, so that you guys knew that I was right here in Tokyo going live, giving you like super up-to-date information about the situation in Tokyo. Speaking of which, the situation in Tokyo has calmed down a little bit over the last couple of weeks. There was a real spike in numbers here, and to be honest, the numbers here started to look like they did everywhere else in the world, because the numbers have been really good here for the last 18 months, and basically triple figures, you know, a few hundred people a day, you know, getting cases. And you're talking about the biggest metropolis in the world, 38 million people, and only a few hundred people a day. That's pretty good numbers, you know. But then the last you know, month and a half, the numbers went mental, probably because of the Delta. About the last probably 10 days, they seem to have settled down a little bit. I'm double jabbed. I've got my 2 Pfizer vaccinations, and happy to have them in the bag and hopefully offer me a bit of protection. But yeah, the numbers sort of spiked there for a little while, but happy that they're back down again. But a little sort of walk down memory lane there. I was you know, shooting video from the park with the Skytree in the background for quite a little while at the start of the pandemic, until I realized that without having Wi-Fi I was chewing through the data on my phone at a mental rate, and then that cut off and I couldn't get online one day, and I'm like, oh no, this doesn't work. I need to find a way to get Wi-Fi to do these live things. So there's a little sort of trip down memory, I can't speak tonight, there's memory lane for me and for you guys out there that have been regulars at the channel for a long time. So but today isn't about that. It's not about the coronavirus. It's not about, you know, an update of what's going on in Tokyo, Japan. It's more about the channel, what's going on at the channel. We've got like 4 more days until we hit that 1,000 consecutive days mark, which I think is a huge thing. Not a single day missed for 1,000 consecutive days. Absolutely, yes, thank you very much. Do lots more of that, please. But what I don't want to do is to get locked into doing 2,000 consecutive days on YouTube. So I'm gonna make sure that once I pass 1,000 consecutive days, I'm gonna miss a day deliberately so that I'm not stuck in this grind that I'm like, oh, I can't miss a day, I can't miss a day, I can't miss a day. Got to keep the streak going, a bit like any wrestling fans out there, a bit like The Undertaker with the WrestleMania streak. Got to keep the streak going, but eventually you have to break the streak, and I want to break it myself. I want to get past 1,000 consecutive days, which will be Saturday night here in Tokyo, Japan, and it's Tuesday night right now shooting this live, and so the plan will be to get past that 1,000 consecutive days and then take a day off and sort of, you know, make sure that on my terms I'm quitting the streak, not on somebody else's terms. So so that's the plan for that. But we've got to come up with a plan for the sneakers app, guys. We've got to come up with a plan. I do not know the best way to go about it, because it's a great opportunity. And actually over the next few days I'm going to be shooting some videos that are about what's sitting on the sneakers app in Tokyo, Japan, which really might be an interesting couple of videos for you guys out there, because what's sitting is actually really interesting. I think the stuff that's sitting is really unique things. There's some shoes on there that I'm assuming have sold out elsewhere in the world. So if we have a look at those, you know, what's sitting on the sneakers app, you could be able to get yourself a real bargain, or a shoe that's, you know, already gone from your neck of the woods but is still available in my neck of the woods. So I still think there's a way to work the sneakers app, put the channel together and the sneakers app together. Can't do it in a way that I just buy shoes and give them away, because I ain't that rich. But what I can do is get them to people for retail out there. So so it looks like the Jordan 1 Pollens are going to go to somebody in the, you know, the friends and family circle. It looks like the Jordan 5 Oreos are going to follow suit and do the same thing. So unless somebody comes in, says, you know, at the last minute, oh, you know, size 10 US, absolutely, give me that, I'll have those, and I'll send them out to a viewer out there. Failing that, they're going to somebody in the local sort of community, somebody from my inner circle. But they are 2 cracking shoes. If you watch the videos unboxing the Pollen ones and the Oreo 5s, they're both really nice shoes. So if you are interested, definitely hit us up with a comment down below, and we'll make that happen. But as far as going, you know, going live to reveal who it is that's going to get their hands on some of the best sneakers of the season, certainly didn't work. So we'll have to come up with a different plan next time, or a different way of doing this. So but that's pretty much it for today, guys. I just wanted to go live as I promised I would in the piggin' rain. Can you believe it? It's like summer in Japan, it hardly ever rains. You go, you know, like 2-3 months, 30-degree temperatures, blue skies, great weather, perfect stuff, you know. And here we are, August the 31st. I was thinking, yeah, before I head home, I'll just nip to the park, shoot a quick live video. As promised the boys out there I'd go live, have to go live, and that'd be that. But it turns out it's not as simple as that, and it rains for like the first time in a long time. So but you know what, we make do, we get by, you know, turn a negative into a positive, and just sort of go with the flow. So hopefully you've appreciated this view of me walking with my umbrella. Maybe I can tilt it in a different way so you can actually see a bit more of the background behind me, and the local park that we're in. There's a wee runner, hey, as we run on by, whoop, there you go. And you can see I'm still in my work clothes. I just got finished with the working day. So so that's it from Tokyo, Japan, guys. That's the update of the channel. Hopefully you guys appreciate that. Look out for those sneakers videos. I think I'll have to do 2 of them, because there's so much that sits on the sneakers app here. Honestly, there's probably about I want to say 40 pairs of shoes that are sitting in the what's it, there's the feed on the left, there's the upcoming on the right, and then in the middle, it doesn't say sitting, but that would be a good idea, Nike, if you want to say sitting in the middle of that, but it's something like in stock. I think that's what it is, in stock on the sneakers app in here, Tokyo, Japan. We've got about 40 shoes. Some of them are like Scottie Pippins, and some of them are like Dunks and stuff like that. There's a really cool pair of the sort of mid-sized Dunks, and they're not for little kids, they're not for, you know, adults. I think they maybe grade school size, and they're, I think maybe a Fragment collaboration that's sitting there. So so look out for that over the next few days. We'll be doing the what's sitting in Tokyo, Japan, and you might be able to grab yourself something that's missing from your neck of the woods. But for now, it's time to just wrap this one up. I'm going to try and put my umbrella under my chin and try and finish this live that didn't do what it was supposed to do. Is this going to work out for us? Probably not. Maybe what I just need to do is get wet and just suffer the wet like a good true Scotsman would suffer the wet. So in fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. There goes the umbrella. So that's it, guys. Didn't quite work out for us today, but you know, interesting nonetheless, and we'll just have to sort of take that one and then go with it and see what happens next time. So right now, signing off from Tokyo, Japan. Hope you guys are well out there. Speak to you all real soon.